Welcome. In this video series, we're going to talk about effective team meetings. How do we actually maximize the resource of the collaborative efforts of our team while we meet on a regular basis? Now, in order for us to understand some of these effective techniques, let's learn on what not to do. Let's learn how to avoid some of the don'ts of team meetings. I have my top 7 favorite don'ts, starting with number 7. Number 7, you don't establish or we don't follow any ground rules. Now, everyone brings a set of assumptions of how meetings should run as they walk into the meeting. But those assumptions sometimes don't always match up. And some people believe that the meeting is about talking as much as possible. Others think this is an information delivery system. The University of Nevada, there's a developmental specialist who says ground rules are explicit rules that a group agrees to follow in order to help them facilitate productive discussions, so that everything is done in a certain way that everyone's on the same page. This specialist shares a few examples like separate people from the problem, or respect different viewpoints. Or another ground rule could simply be share responsibility as a team to finding solutions. My challenge to you will be to collaborate with your team this week and come up with at least 3 simple ground rules that everyone can agree upon and follow, and experiment for the following month. All right, team meeting don't, number 6. Number 6, showing up late. A whopping 37% of meetings start late, mostly because someone attending was late, more importantly, the person in charge. When the person who leads comes in late, they give the impression to the others that you're wasting their time, that you disrespect them, that it's okay for you to be late but not someone else to be late, all of which drive down performance. My challenge here for you is to set a consequence with your team on whether you start the team meeting on time or not. If you start the team meeting late, agree to pay your team members $5 if you start late, or you bring something for them the following week. Something as a consequence to help them know you are serious about starting on time and that they can hold you accountable. All right, team meeting don't, number 5. Number 5, the use of cell phones. When we pull out a cell phone during a meeting, it shows that we prioritize emails, texts, and tweets more important than those who are present. Don't even have your cell phone present in the meeting on the table, because as it rings or an alarm goes off, everyone's attention then goes to your cell phone, thus also giving them the example it's okay for them to pull out their cell phones. So my challenge to you is put the phone away. Put it in your office, put it on vibrate, put it in your pocket. All right, team meeting don't. Number 4. This is a misuse of discussion. As the facilitator of the conversation, it's important for you to give everyone an opportunity to participate. Some great ways to do this would be, man, how do the rest of you feel about this idea? Okay, great, that's a great point. Let's move on to someone else. The common challenge for many meetings is many people will listen to the loudmouth rather than the expert. Studies from the University of Utah show that people have a terrible time distinguishing experts on a given topic from the loudest person in the room. Just because they're loud doesn't mean they are right. Team meeting don't, number 3, ties in with number 4. On the opposite end of the spectrum, it's the misuse of discussion in that there is no time for discussion and no time for people to really integrate their ideas, in that there's a lot of silence. All right, this can be a fear for many leaders, is that they ask a question and nobody wants to answer the question. Meeting silence with silence of your own puts the responsibility on the group to answer the question. An effective team meeting, you want to talk or deliver information less than 40% of the time and allow discussion more than 60% of the time. My challenge to you on these last 2 points would be to integrate a talking token, something that gets passed around from person to person so each person has an opportunity to share. Or it could be just calling directly on people who don't share as often so you can extract some ideas and information from them. As you listen to some of these team meeting don'ts, just reflect upon where in your team meetings you fall short just a little bit. Now we're going to continue this list in the next video. We'll see you there.